Okay, out on the state land doing a little bit of scouting. Ba-bang, big old coon. Coon prints right there. He's probably heading for the creek. There's a creek back in here. Actually, my buddy Todd Whitmire asked me a little while ago if I had trapped any turtles. Well, here's one of my turtle ponds. Well, what used to be a pond. This is on state land, it's on state game land, and the state decided it was time for the pond to go, so this is what's left of it. And there's a drainage here, as you can see. That's where the coon crossed, so it's draining out this way into a little road drain. The road is up here, drains down into the road this way, and then the creek is over here. It's a little bit soft for me to walk in there. But those coon tracks look pretty fresh. That's a pretty good sized coon track. See there's no doubt of what that is. I came down to see if there was any dirt because this mud is still pretty soft. This was originally river bottom mud or creek bottom mud, whatever you want to say. You see here he was upturning the stones. He's looking for something. See his footprint right here, and here by the leaf there. So he came in here, he was pulling the stones up, probably looking for frogs or lizards or whatever he can find in the water here. When it rains, it still gets water here, but like I said, that used to be the pond, but it's gone now. I have trapped coons here before. There's along the creek edge there. It's surrounded by farmland, so it's popular with the coons. But yeah, now you know what happened to the pond. All right, let's go on and see what else we can find. Out scouting, I found the victim. The shrew. Maybe a bird or something caught him and dropped him. Here he is, vicious little animal for its size. About the size of a mouse, but has the freaking aggression of a bobcat. Alright, let's go on and see what else we can find. That's what we're looking for. Fox droppings. This is an old one though. I found another one just a little ways up this trail here too. This is a big long one, and trail winds down through the woods. It's a good area for fox to travel. Alright, let's see if we can find anything else. Yeah. That is more of what we're looking for. Fox droppings. We're still using this trail. If you look at some of my older videos, you'll see that I've trapped fox on this trail before. But again, this is state land. The state has started to modify it right here. There used to be a big hedgerow along there, and they basically bulldozed it down, and I'll show you that in a minute. So they're changing things around a little bit, but the fox seems to still be using this trail, so we'll see what happens. Okay, you can see right here, got some more fox droppings. I always tell there's little berries and stuff and bones and that in them. Pretty easy to tell fox droppings. They're right on the trail too. Foxes love to hunt this trail. I've caught a number of foxes here before. You can see it's all clover intermixed with weed and little bits of grass and stuff too, but the Game Commission had bulldozed this trail all the way around the field. So they let this, it used to be a crop field, it used to be corn and stuff. Now it's pretty much all CRP, if you see it behind me. It's just all wild grass and berries and stuff here, you can see. It's a long ass hike up here though. It's right on top of a big hill. It's bordered by private property as well. Let's take a walk down and look at what they bulldozed out. Okay, as you can see, bulldozer had at that. This used to be a big thick hedgerow all the way along here. I mean, it was so thick you couldn't see through it. Now it's pretty much cut all the way down. There's patches of it still left, but it followed. I don't want to make you dizzy. You see the trail here goes all the way around the corner here, and then it's bordered by the CRP. Man, that hedgerow was dynamite because between hunting the CRP and this long grass and the hedgerow, foxes, it was like a dinner bell in here. It's full of birds, mice, voles, shrews, everything, chipmunks. And that's why the foxes cruised up and down this trail, and obviously they still are. Whereas they're probably still hunting the CRP. You know, that's going to hold a lot of rodents and stuff too. I often see a lot of hawks and stuff hunting in this as well. But yeah, obviously they have a plan for this, like they did for my ponds that they bulldozed out. They're changing a lot of it. This would be real nice to set traps in because it's all loose topsoil. But if it rains, it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to wash right out. But we'll see what happens to it. Usually they do a pretty good job, you know, with the land management. So if they're changing it, I'm sure they're doing it for a good reason. There's a lot of nut trees in here. It's like a big nut tree orchard in here. Deer love that. I found bear droppings and stuff in there before as well. So I think they're hickory nuts. The bears come in and eat them. The deer eat them. Everything eats them. The squirrels, chipmunks. This place is loaded with squirrels and stuff too. But yeah, we did find some sign today. I didn't see any coyote sign. Last year I did find coyote sign in here, but this year I haven't seen any. Coyotes have a rough run here. They're open all year round for hunting. You can hunt them over bait. You can hunt them out with electronic calls. Yeah, the coyotes get a pretty hard life. So coyotes that are here, there's no close season on coyote, and that makes them very freaking cagey. They know human is equal to trouble, so they're pretty wary. I haven't seen a coyote in a long time. Occasionally I'd seen them before, you know, going to and from work and stuff, but like I said, they're pretty wary of people, especially around farmland, because usually they're getting shot at. So if they get shot at one time, they're very skeptical of people. But still, the population of coyote is still expanding. Usually you can tell if you have a big coyote population, you'll get a reduced fox population, because the coyotes will territorially kill fox because he's like an intruder canine. But yeah, there's coyote in every state in PA, including Philadelphia, around Philadelphia city. So they are a survivor, there's no doubt about it. I'm hoping to trap some of this in here, thicker woods and stuff this year, and see if I can get a grey fox. I've never caught a grey fox. He's one of my targets for this year. I see a lot of red fox, because most of the areas I trap, of course, are farmland, but I'm going to try to trap more wooded areas this year, or areas that have, you know, farmland with woodland, to see if I can get a grey. That'd be nice. Well, we'll see what happens. Trapping season's not too far off. Yeah, just down from our little fox trail. Buck droppings. It's in this little clear cut. This leads out to thick woods out here. That's probably where he came out of. Traveling through. I have seen some nice bucks here, but I never got a shot at one. They've always been out of range or too far away, or just a quick glimpse, not long enough glimpse for a shot. You can see where they went around the whole edge of it with a brush cutter, trimming it down. Usually I haven't actually seen too many deer droppings in here. Usually I see much more. Yeah, this is probably what their little buck friend came out of. Welcome to hunting in PA. That's as thick as molasses in there. But that's how the deer stay alive. Hide during the gun season. That's how they do it. Yeah, he agrees. thick stuff. That's good cover. You can see here where they ran the brush cutter, trimming it down. This slopes down into a big hillside. Lots and lots of cover. The deer could bed down in there. You'd walk within 10 feet of it, you wouldn't even see it. See here more where they cut with the brush cutter. I haven't seen too much dose on it. I've seen those buck droppings and stuff. I've seen a couple of deer tracks, but not too much dose on. Usually on state land I see 90% dose. More, 99% dose. But yeah, they've been making some changes to the property here, so the deer are going to have to adjust to that, and everything else is going to have to adjust to it, but they do. The white-tailed deer is a survivor as well, just like the coyote. Alright, let's head home. Time to do some fishing. Alright, a little smallmouth from the river here. Our little swim bait. He's laying right in the pool here. Let's let him go and see if we can catch some more. Okay, just check my trail camera pictures. I'm trying to beat this home so I don't get poured on. I got one more camera to check. I think most of the pictures I got this week were does, but I might have caught another picture of our mystery animal. Have to find out and see. I seen some coon. I just checked. I had brought my computer with me because I wanted to get the pictures off the card, put the card back in the camera. So it's still in action. I have a week to go before early season for archery. In this county where I am at now, in this wildlife management unit, it's not open till the end of September, but I have a doe tag for another wildlife management unit. The archery season opens next week, so we'll see if we have enough time to go out. You know, that's always that's always a question, but we'll see what happens. Okay, here we are. First fox sighting here, red fox. There's that little unicorn buck again. He has one horn, broke his other one off. Another red fox. Now this is a coyote. First time I've seen a coyote all year. Another nice buck here. There's a forward facing rack on him there. Here's another nice little buck. 8-pointer. Nice symmetrical 8. Got a family group of deer here. The doe and possibly 2 yearlings there. Another doe here on her own. And here's my favorite picture. It's a coyote, and if you look, he's carrying something in his mouth.